This is The Scoop for Thursday.
I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines. Early this morning, the U.S. Senate voted to claw back billions of dollars in funding for foreign aid and public broadcasting. The cuts include programs that assist foreign countries stricken by disease, war, and natural disasters. But they also eliminate over $1 billion the Corporation for Public Broadcasting was due to receive over the next 2 years. Republicans Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins joined with Democrats in voting against the legislation. WMNF stands to lose approximately $130,000 in addition to the $100,000 in state funding already lost due to a veto by Governor Ron DeSantis. Rainbow-colored art in the crosswalks of some St. Petersburg intersections might have to be painted over. WMNF's Zoe Sachs reports these gay pride symbols are at risk because the Florida Department of Transportation has banned pavement art.
Last month, the Florida Department of Transportation effectively banned pavement art. The Assistant Secretary Will Watts wrote, "Failure to remove noncompliant traffic control devices or pavement markings shall be cause for withholding of state funds." The FDOT claims that street art increases road safety risks and jeopardizes both drivers and pedestrians. However, an advocacy group, Activate St. Pete, argues that street art reduces traffic accidents. Daniel Camardella is a founding member of Activate St. Pete.
There's studies from FSU, there's studies by Bloomberg that all show that when you add art in these transit areas, that there's less accidents, there's less car crashes, there's less pedestrian accidents. It makes the roads safer for everybody, and we just want the public to be aware of that. And we want the government to be aware of that, because right now I don't think they are, and I think they're right now kind of acting without most knowledge on the subject, and hopefully we can fix that so they can hopefully reverse course on it.
Activate St. Pete is urging Florida residents to fight back against the pavement art ban and make their voices heard to the FDOT. For WMNF News, I'm Zoe Sachs.
A portion of the Myakka River may become the third in the state to receive federal protections under the National Wild and Scenic River System. WMNF's Chris Young reports Senator Rick Scott filed a bill Tuesday to instill protections for the part of the river in Sarasota County.
The protections would ensure the river is not dammed, protect riverfront public lands from oil, gas, and mineral development, and provide other restrictions. Environmental advocate and Democratic State Representative Lindsey Cross hopes the bill can get across the finish line in Washington.
This would really be a show of recognition that the wildness of that river is more important than our insatiable desire to develop every square acre of our state in Florida.
Representatives for Senator Scott told WMNF he was unavailable for an interview, but says in a statement that the bill, quote, honors local, state, and community support for protecting the river's pristine waters. The Myakka River would join the Loxahatchee and Wekiva rivers as the only other two rivers in the state with those protections. The House version of the bill, sponsored by Florida Republican Congressmember Greg Steube, was introduced in January, but has not moved forward since. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Nearly 50 Florida cities are hosting Good Trouble Lives On protests today. Organized by groups behind previous anti-Trump demonstrations, the protests coincide with the 5th anniversary of Representative John Lewis's death. Lewis was a major leader in the civil rights movement, an original freedom rider, and an organizer of the March on Washington in 1963. Coined by Congressman Lewis, Good Trouble is the action of coming together to take peaceful, nonviolent action to challenge injustice and create meaningful change. Locally, protests are taking place today in St. Pete, Riverview, Sarasota, Lakeland, Largo, Brandon, Bradenton, and Clearwater. For a full list and details about today's actions, visit goodtroubleliveson.org. It's going to be partly sunny with a high of 92 and a 60% chance for some late afternoon storms. Lows tonight will be in the upper 70s, and the same forecast is on tap for Friday, but with a 40% rain chance. I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.